The President of the United States, back from Hanoi, as he tried to move on to different topics. Here is the President at CPAC.
We have a gentleman that likes a very strong dollar in the Fed. But I want a dollar that's going to be great for our country, not a dollar that's so strong that it is prohibitive for us to be dealing with other nations and taking their business. North Korea has an incredible, brilliant economic future if they make a deal. But they don't have any economic future if they have nuclear weapons. It's really a bad thing for them. And again, the relationship seems to be very, very strong. And that's an important thing, especially when we're dealing with this kind of a situation. Collusion with Russia, the collusion delusion. We're going to go into his finances. We're going to check his deals. We're going to check. These people are sick.
I'll leave it to others to discuss the length and the content of the speech. We've got the perspective of John Norman of J.P. Morgan, and Dr. Parakilas is with us with Chatham House as well. Jacob, I'm just going to go to just the general sense of the speech. I mean, obviously he's speaking to the converted. Are the converted a smaller group of America, or are they an increasing group of America?
I wouldn't say it's an increasing group of America, but I'm not sure it's a smaller group either. The most recent public polling we've seen has the president back up to sort of 42% approval, give or take, which is roughly the median point of where he's been for the entirety of his presidency. He tends to dip down to 36, 37 when things are really bad. And when he started, he was up at 45. But it's a very, very thin range in comparison to other presidential approval rating tracks that we've seen in the last decade. So I think, there's a sense in which he's locked in. This is his rating, and 42 is the danger zone for a president to be reelected, but it's not completely, it doesn't make it impossible. So, three or 4 points higher and he's probably in pretty good shape. 3 or 4 points lower and he's probably looking at being a one-term president.
I know you hung every word of Ben Stiller on Saturday Night Live, Dr. Parakilas, but the general idea here is there are a lot of distractions for this president. Can you rank the distractions right now as the president enters March?
Well, I think there's an important distinction to be made between distractions and things that he should be worried about, because the Mueller investigation is certainly his greatest distraction. But I think that, as Chris Christie pointed out recently, I think the much greater danger is actually not from the Mueller investigation. It's from the Southern District of New York. It's from what Michael Cohen was alluding to but said he couldn't talk about in his congressional testimony last week. It's the investigation into the Trump organization's finances, where its financing came from, his personal net worth, his declarations to financial institutions, the Trump inauguration, the Trump Foundation. And a lot of these investigations are being carried out by state law enforcement agencies that he has absolutely no control over. So I think that's the part that he should really be worried about. But he does still seem to be hung up on Robert Mueller.